so scarred the American economy. It was so just nuclear that we're having trouble getting all the pieces back in for everyone.
Especially when the poor's no longer want to work for the same wages. It's really fucked up.
Everyone on this side of it.
Well, one of the problems, Christine, it's just the way the numbers are calculated, as you know, is that anyone who stopped looking for work doesn't even get counted in these numbers. So on women, I mean, the top line numbers here for women aren't all that bad, but that's because so many aren't being counted because they're home taking care of their kids, right?
Yeah, and we know that more than 2 million women have dropped out of the labor market, and we know that there's something like 4 or 5 million fewer jobs for women, and that tells you that women were working 2 jobs, many of them, right? Not just 1 job. So the labor force, the labor market damage for women, a generation of progress for women in the workforce essentially wiped out by a global pandemic, by a pandemic in this country. So there's a lot of work to do there. And I think that's where you'll see the White House try to tie into its human capital, its infrastructure push, human worker infrastructure to make that point that you can't just turn the switch back on, everybody goes back to the way it was, that women in particular and families need supports in the labor market to come back. I mean, so many schools are still closed. I mean, I think my middle schooler is going to go actually set foot in a school 5 times by the end of the year because of the way it's hybrid. How difficult for somebody to go back to a job or even start looking again when you've got, you know, those kinds of challenges.
Only there was like some sort of policy that covered that, you know, maybe like universal child care, something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be kind of wild to consider. I wonder if there's a president that, or at least the political party that was advocating for some such a thing. I don't know. I can't think about it at all. If only, dude. If only, dude. If only. You know, these are things that keep me up at night. The fact that no one is trying to address these sorts of problems, but also the fact that at the top of the hour, every hour, there's a 60-second ad break that you can avoid by subscribing. That is, of course, you can do it for $5 or for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, okay? Or using a VPN or other ways. But I am late to the ad. Here's the ad break. Now I'm going to continue with the video.
In the family, that's something really to think about as we go forward here with opening. Hopefully that'll get easier in the fall, I hope.
And that's why, as we've heard these Republicans make the arguments about the labor supply and talking about the fact that these unemployment benefits are disincentivizing people from returning to the labor force, we've heard the White House instead focus on these disruptions to schooling, on these disruptions.
Then get a job in engineering where it actually is valuable and needed in society. Who the fuck needs someone majoring in social justice? Dude, what is a social justice major, dude? Yo, I swear to God, dude, listen. My brother is an aerospace and mechanical engineer, as you guys all know. He's great. He's a STEM lord. I grew up with a fucking STEM lord, okay? I know how STEM lords operate. I know how their brain works, okay? You are an embarrassment to STEM lords. My God, dude. You are literally the reason why STEM lords get a bad rap on the internet. It's so stupid. It's also self-defeating. It's great. It's like, dude, everyone should learn to code, dog, so that, like, there could be fucking code serfdoms now as well. You know? Everyone should just learn to code so that, like, you know, Microsoft and all the tech companies can now, you know, pay less for fucking coders. I don't understand, dude. Why aren't you doing that? Yeah, do their bidding, brother. Good shit. Everyone should become an engineer so that the engineering market is flooded. You should be thanking every goddamn day that, like, motherfuckers aren't becoming engineers. I'm not going to ban him. He's just an idiot. Let's keep going.
The child care, which only helps them bolster their case for this American Families Plan and the kind of social infrastructure that they say is needed in this country.
Labor Secretary Marty Walsh is with me now.
I love majoring in social justice, by the way. What the fuck is a social justice major, idiot? Also, you said you're a fucking person of color. Like, I don't know what color you are, but, like, it's kind of weird for someone who's like, I'm a poor POC, to then turn around and be like, I hate social justice. I don't know. Maybe it seems a little LARPy to me.
Mr. Secretary, thank you. Good morning.
Thank you for having me today.
Why such a disappointment?
It's actually kind of funny when we're talking about 266,000 jobs added to the economy. It's a disappointment.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. I had never heard Marty Walsh talk before. If you have this thick of a fucking Massachusetts accent, like, you shouldn't be allowed to be in a position of power. I'm sorry, boys. Listen, the jobs market is doing fucking good, dude. It's Maddie. What's going on, dude? No, you can't. No. Like, you can't. If your accent is that fucking thick, dude, it's just terrible. Same with Brooklyn accents too. Like, who was it? Who had like a thick ass Brooklyn accent that in a position of power? It's like, I mean, fucking Bernie. Bernie is like the peak. Okay, Bernie's accent is the most I will allow. Ed Markey, no, you can't do that. Well, Cuomo, there you go. Ed Mackey can't go beyond a senator. He can't.
You know, we're seeing that our economy is still growing and we're still recovering.
Our economy is still
if you look at the 3-month
recovering.
average here in this country, over 500,000 jobs.
I did say this about fucking, to be fair, I am consistent. I did say this about fucking Antonio Fauci too.
Added every single month. And we're going in the right direction. I think that people have anticipated that numbers were going to be in the 1 million, 2 million, but the reality of the situation is we're still very much in the midst of the pandemic, but we are seeing many areas recover. One very bright spot of this recovery today was the leisure and hospitality industry, which includes restaurants, added the most amount of jobs, and that's a very good sign because those areas were hit the hardest all across America.
Those areas were hit the hottest, dude. This is so good. I can't do this, dude. I can't take it seriously. I don't know. There's certain accents where I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Those areas we hit the hottest, dude.
Except, I mean, I don't have to tell you what restaurant owners and operators are seeing. They are having an incredibly hard time getting people to come back to work. Listen to one right here in New York City.
We have no staff to open for lunch at all. Normally you get at least 30, 40, 50 people, 60 people, depending on how the economy is doing. We only had 3 people respond to our ads and none of them showed up. We're supposed to go hire people to retain them, but at the same time you're paying unemployment. It creates a conflict of interest, so to speak.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, guys, they can't be more honest than they are right now, okay? I just need to remind everyone that they're literally just saying it, okay? So capture this energy and remind yourself all the time that, like, business owners have never been as honest as they are right now, which is like, dude, we need to make sure that you'll fucking die if you don't work for me with the amount of wages that I have for you. That's all I'm willing to give, okay? I'm not going to budge on it, and it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Die, bitch. Die. Die. If you don't work for me, you die. It's great. It's fucking awesome. They're just very honest. They are brutally fucking honest.
They think people aren't coming back to work because they're getting the extra federal unemployment benefits. Do you think that's the case?
No, I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think that there are definitely barriers to people coming back to work. There's lots of issues around childcare. There's still many of our kids are still in school in a hybrid model. Some are in person, some are learning remotely. We also have people have concerns about the virus. As we get more and more people vaccinated, that's a good sign. There's still people concerned about it. But one bright side also in this report for the month of April is that we saw more people looking for work in the month of April than the previous months as far as the pandemic goes. So I know that there's lots of concerns as we move forward here, but I do think that as we continue to move down this road, we will see more people come back into all the different industries.
I mean, you really don't think, I hear you, and all those things can be true at the same time. Child care issues, big problem, especially for women. COVID concerns, I get it. But you really don't think it's a contributing factor at all? I mean, you have Montana and South Carolina overnight saying they are not going to take, after the month of June, these federal increased unemployment benefits in order to incentivize people to get back to work. Are they wrong?
Well, one of the things about Montana is the unemployment rate is 3.6%, and you look around the country, we're still at 6%, 6.1% unemployment rate. You look in communities of color, that's 9.7% in the black community. So there is still concerns out there, and the virus is still very much with us. We're dealing with it, as you know this. I mean, we've talked about it many times. We're dealing with a pandemic that has had severe consequences on people. So I think as we move forward here, I think we'll start to see more and more people get back into the workforce and start to go into those jobs. And I've heard those same questions and some same concerns from restaurant owners about people wanting to go back in. But what we need to do also is make sure that we raise wages as well so that people have incentives to go back to work.
Some critics said.
So, so the Chamber of Commerce also like blasted the government recently. I think it was like yesterday. They've already started their lobbying, their intense lobbying efforts to immediately stop halt all unemployment insurance. But it's not even just unemployment insurance, boys. You got SNAP benefits. You have all of these other you have the government welfare policies actually doing what they're designed to do, which is help you survive, literally survive. Okay? And that's the problem. They are very open about it. It's listen, it's an issue. I think Benjamin Applebaum, you were caught manufacturing bread prices or whatever, had a couple of really good takes about this. Okay? Because the measure of a healthy economy is not the availability of a limitless supply of people willing to work $2.13 an hour plus tips. One possibility here is that unemployment insurance benefits are allowing workers to demand higher wages, and that is good. There's a whole lot of I demand the children to return the work in the cotton mills energy today. So there's a narrative out there that wealthy people are fleeing California to this is a separate one that we're going to talk about as well. There was another good thing that he said. This is the one I retweeted. It's not just unemployment benefits. The government's doing a lot of things to help Americans right now that may plausibly suppress labor supply, including eviction bans and food stamps, because the goal here is to maximize welfare, not labor supply. That is the reason, okay? That's the fucking problem. When the government actually fucking does welfare in the way that it's designed, then that's a problem for the labor supply, because businesses don't want to offer competitive wages. Okay? There is an inverse relationship here. When the government does things that are good for the people, then that's bad for the businesses. Well, bad in the sense that they don't want to offer competitive wages. Thank you, Ultra PG, for the 10 tier 1 gift subs. I don't know why you did that, but it's great. It's a very good contradiction amongst the worker class and the owner class that a big bearded fellow by the name of Carl expressed and talked about regularly in his book, many books that he wrote. But there was this book, I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Das Kapital or something. I don't fucking know, but it's something like that. His name is Karl Marx, who talked about the competing interests, the inherent contradictions baked into the capitalist organization of the economy. This is actually interesting too. Who's moving out of California? Poor and middle class people with less education. Who's moving into California? Wealthy people with more education. Why is this happening? Because motherfuckers can't pay for housing. Okay. That's why. Thank God California also, did the Prop 22 thing so that literally the mega poor are going to be. I heard someone said you were exploiting your chat for subs, so here's 10 gifted so I can say you're exploiting me, even though I very clearly chose to do this. Oh no. Yeah. Marx Carl. Who's Kyle Max? So, The only people who deserve $20+ an hour are the people who had the discipline to beat Dark Souls 3. Anyway, so there are a bunch of different working theories at the moment. Randos on Twitter are more rigorous with fact-checking than Fox News. Yeah, blue state, COVID tyrants killing small business. Literally immediately, he's just lying. You have a position for sous chef restaurant manager in Huntington Beach, advertised at 20 to 25%. Counter server for $12. Let's hear what Joseph Robinette had to say about all
that
this.
we didn't need the American Rescue Plan, that this economy would just heal itself. Today's report just underscores, in my view, how vital the actions we're taking are. Checks to people who are hurting, support for small businesses, for childcare.
You don't think I ran an ad? Did I forget to run the
Support to help
ad?
families put food on the table. Our efforts are starting to work.
Okay, I just ran
But
it
the
now.
climb is steep, and we still have a long way to go.
I
Today's
did?
report
Oh, I'm sorry. I ran another ad. Sorry, boys. Here, we'll pause it for a second. And wait. Karl Marx says the same workers have nothing to lose but their chains. Dave Chappelle was on JRE. Fuck yeah. All right. You ran it like 15 minutes ago? I sometimes forget, and someone just said that I sometimes forget, and someone said that I forgot to run the ad, so I just thought maybe I like literally forgot to click on it, so I'll just wait. 27 seconds. Anyway, Karl Marx said, seize the means of production, dude. What? Seize the fucking means of production, dude. All right, ad is done in 10 seconds. Two ads, pog you, fuck you. Chat debates you into running unnecessary ads and then gets mad about you running out. Okay, well, we waited. We literally waited. I'm sorry that I fucking ran another ad, okay? I waited a minute so that we can keep playing.
Also put some truth to some loose talk that we've been hearing about the economy lately. First, that we should stop helping workers and families out for fear of overheating the economy. This report reinforces the real truth. For years, working people and middle-class people, the people who built this country, have been left out in the cold, struggling just to keep their heads above water. While those at the top have done very well, we're still digging out of an economic collapse that cost us 22 million jobs. Let me say that again. It cost us 22 million jobs. When we came in, we inherited a year of profound economic crisis and mismanagement on the virus. And we proposed, what we propose is going to work. We're going to get to 70%. But anyway, look, it's also going to take focus, commitment, and time to get the economy moving again, as we want it to move. We've got work to do, to state the obvious, we have work to do.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube.
Does Trevor Noah secretly based? Crowder actually agrees on something? What is it? Is it about Ted Cruz being whack as fuck? I don't want to watch this whole thing.
The vaccines in the history of the world, or does it not work? It's not clear messaging.
Okay, I don't care about that. Federal grand jury indicts former Minneapolis officers for violating. No, I don't care about that either. All right, let's do Dave Chappelle. It's Friday. It's Friday. We should move on to some more fun stuff. I wanted to do the jobs thing. Let's do Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle went on the Joseph Robinette Rogan podcast. And so I know you're doing politics right now. We should do the donkey video later. Yeah, sure. We'll look at that in a little bit. Official console tier list. Nice, nice, nice. We got some reacts coming up. We have some. I'm thinking about doing a return to. Oh, wait, hold on.
And maybe you just can't handle it, you filthy, swampy, globalist cuck! You globalist cuck! MAGA! MAGA!
This is the guy accusing the left of being a bunch of emotional snowflakes. Dude, I hope he's all right after that outburst, dude. This is literally the, why can't you be normal?
And maybe you just can't handle it, you filthy, swampy, globalist cuck! You globalist cock! MAGA! MAGA!
be fair, this is you once a week. Yeah, well, I am an emotional globalist lefty SJW cucklord. That's why. You're filming, bro. Why is he pointing his finger guns like that? Dude, he just needs his titty adjuster to hold him down, you know? Elon Musk and Miley Cyrus this Saturday? Yeah, I know.
Elon Musk, and I'm hosting SNL this week with musical guest Miley Cyrus. And I'm a wild card, so there's no telling what I might do.
Same here. Rules, no thanks.
But it's also the Mother's Day show, so your moms are going to be here.
Forget what I said.
Fine, we'll be good-ish. Hi, I'm Elon Musk, and I'm hosting SNL this week with musical guest Miley Cyrus.
What's new with you, Elon?
I just did a successful rocket launch this week.
Wow. Well, I did my laundry.
Congrats.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Okay, I need to admit that I've just been like, since this got revealed like last week, I've been secretly like giggling with excitement, waiting for how cringe it's going to be. Like, I've been so fucking excited for how stupid this is going to be. Like, Sunday is going to be a legendary stream, okay? We are going to go through this. It is going to be fucking incredible, okay? It is going to be incredible, dude. Oh, God, I can't wait. Boys, I cannot fucking wait, dude. I'm sorry. My asshole puckers so much when that man speaks. Yeah. I'm going to miss it because of Mother's Day. Fucking whack, bro. No skips. We might do skips. You're going to alt F4 after 2 cringe videos? No. I'm going to subject myself to the pain, and I want you to be there to see it, okay? Dave Chappelle went on Rogan. Oh my. www. All right, let's fucking tweet this out because motherfuckers are gonna want to watch this. Okay. I'm legit excited about this, dude. I am legit excited about this. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you, Nothing27, for the 5 gifted subs. I just threw $500 million in the sky and hope it doesn't blow up. Okay, dude, it's not like, I mean, it is an impressive feat that he's like literally, not him, but like the engineers that work for him were able to achieve this incredibly impressive technological feat. Like, that's not worth nothing. I got mad at your last Chappelle take. Oh, here we go.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
So first of all, man, congratulations. You're the first guy to beat the system. You're the first guy to get fucked over by the system, go public with it, and then get your money. I've never heard it happen before. I don't think it's ever happened before.
Bro, I still can't wrap my mind around it. But I do have to shout out Chris McCarthy over at CBS Viacom. That guy, you know, when we were working this out, his approach was someone who was actually trying to resolve something.
Came through.
It was amazing, man.
It's amazing. It's a happy ending because usually those artist gripes, they never get resolved. Not to where the artist feels comfortable or happy with it.
I wonder why, dude. Because motherfuckers aren't Dave Chappelle. Like, they're not Dave Chappelle. That's the difference.
Right.
They always feel bitter and angry. They got fucked over, and someone else is a producer, and they're making millions of dollars off of your work, and they continue to sell it, and make money off of it. And
well, I could say, with a high degree of honesty. Not to say I was never angry about it, but I don't think I was ever like bitter. I mean, by this point in my life, I wasn't bitter.
You would joke about it. You were angry about it, but not to the point where it fucked with your head, but you would joke about it.
Well, I mean, you know, the bottom line is no matter what happens to you, you got to keep going.
You got to keep going.
And bitterness is quite cumbersome.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Right. So, you know, jokes is a way of shaking that off or processing something with the alchemy of levity.
Yeah. Holding grudges, bitterness, shit's very bad for you. It doesn't ever help.
No, and now we're getting on in age. You know what I mean? When we were younger, it's fine to hold a grudge. You didn't realize how,
You didn't realize it was fucking with you. What is that expression? That it's about? Oh, it's about jealousy. The jealousy is the only poison that affects the container that's holding it.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But bitterness, the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. It's just not good for you. You got to be able to let shit go.
Yeah. I mean,
but in your case, you made a ploy. Like you said what happened, how you felt about it, and they were like, "He's right."
I think, yeah.
Let's give him the money.
It wasn't a court of law. I don't believe I would have got anything.
It's kind of amazing.
In a court of law. I think in a court of public opinion, it was a good time for me to say my piece. And through the years, it wasn't something that I would harp on.
I can't. There's no CC. Okay. There's no captions.
When I did interviews and stuff, people would always ask me about it, but it was something I was actually reluctant to talk about. It was a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for other people to relate to this idea that you want more money.
Rich get richer, okay. In this instance, it's still his work that execs were milking for millions and not giving him his fair shake. No, absolutely. No, what Dave Chappelle did, it was right and it was good. I wish other people also had the opportunity. I talked about this when he first came out and talked about it, which was I first talked about it when he came out with the 10-minute thing that he did. And I said exactly these same things pretty much, where it's it's really fucked up that companies can be this exploitative. It happens so frequently to artists. Dave Chappelle has the actual broad influence to be able to do such a thing, to command this. And he also, more importantly, has the backing of Netflix, right? So he was able to do that. And that's great that he was able to do that. But let's be real that that it would never happen to someone that's not Dave Chappelle.
You're talking about regular people, and you're saying this thing, even though it is yours.
Money is
hard for people.
Money is, if you look at life, anything in life through the framework of money, you'll miss most of the picture.
Yeah.
And in business, especially this stage in our careers, you realize through the years, people play incentives. You know what I mean? That if they're incentivized a certain way, then that's the way they're going to behave. So what they want is never really surprising. How they get there is where all the surprises are. So I feel like I can forgive somebody for playing an incentive. It's disappointing, but what was so remarkable when I walked away from the show, right, is that it was against incentive. So people couldn't understand it at the time. It was so much money. How could you?
We're going to watch that in a second. YouTube Connoisseur did something crazy, okay? But let's keep going with this. Hold on, I got to pee.
If I had taken that money and finished the show, I would have got the money, but I might never have been the same.
I think it was one of the most gangster moves in the history of entertainment.
Well,
it made you a legend. And the fact that you then started doing shows I heard Dave's doing a show in the park in Seattle. He's got a box. He pulls out a speaker and just starts doing stand-up.
That was in Portland, yeah. Because in that sense, it was freeing.
Yeah.
Something about, I was geared a certain way growing up because I wanted to make it in show business. And boy, that shit fell all the way apart. And as far as I knew, my career was over. So where do you go from there?
Yeah, but your career wasn't over. You just decided you were going to just sort of lay back for a while.
In hindsight, yeah. But when it was happening...
You really felt like it was over.
I'd never seen these things before.
Right.
I didn't see anyone else do this and get back up. I didn't see, and the drum beat is, he's crazy, he smokes crack, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
It was a wild experience. The way people close to you react to it, like I had failed or I'd ruined my life. And then when you're cold, that phone don't ring that often.
Right.
And then I had over a decade of sitting in that choice, but I didn't languish in just that experience. I started doing stand-up for much better reasons than making it. I still enjoyed it. I started seeing the places where I was performing. Normally, when you're successful in comedy, you know, you get off the plane or the bus, you do the hit, you go back to the hotel, you get back on the bus, you don't really see anything. You don't really, like even now, like this last run we did here in Austin, we was here for weeks. And then I got to see Austin. I got to find restaurants I like. I met people that I probably called because I'm in town, stuff like that. And it was like that all over the world, not just the country. I started going around and just seeing the world.
Just curious, Hassan, you spread all the socialist propaganda and try and make us believe that you aren't pro-capitalism. It's weird how hypocritical you are, sitting on mountains of wealth thrown at you by the working poor. So can you please tell us 30 minutes before we play Resident Evil 8 so I can order some snackies? Yes. Today, we are going to take a break from Subnautica. I'm sorry. I know you guys love Subnautica, and I love Subnautica as well, and I'm going to play Subnautica. But today, we are going to be playing Resident Evil 8 in a little bit, and I will let you know before I do it, okay? I have to still cook. Probably going to cook early just so I can eat in a timely and responsible manner, and then go into fucking Resident Evil. Variety, boys. This variety means variety in fucking gaming, too. OCD people are freaking out about the slash. Hide it or you will instantly regret it. No, I know. I know that people are upset. I know. It's a reminder.
I got overwhelmed with this idea.
It's a reminder. It's accountability, boys. I'm doing accountability, okay? Yes, I will tweet before I start as well.
The idea that none of my information was firsthand. I just read it in books or heard it from friends.
Fuck, there's so much. Boys, this is a really good problem to have, okay? Variety, full variety is back and better than ever, okay, in a big way. And oftentimes the big problem with full variety is that, like, there's too much stuff. Like, I want to do Okay Buddy. There's too much content. I want to do Okay Buddy today. We got fucking the new 90-Day Saga, which is really good. The new 90-Day Saga is so fucking good, dude. With the Dutch Johnny Harris and fashion lady, like that shit's gonna be tight. Okay, I'll get rid of the slash at 50K. How about that? Yeah, sure. I'll get rid of the slash at 50K subs. No, I've caught him. He's doing it. He's doing sub goals. Please don't do 90 Day. I have to go break up with my girlfriend. I don't want to miss it. Sorry, my friend. You might miss it. Are we allowed to post Hasso when mommy shows up in Resident Evil 8? There is going to be some Coomer stuff. I'm warning everybody. Thank you, Warm Gatorade, for the 5-1 gift subs. There is going to be some Coomer stuff. Like, moderation will be implemented, okay? We can't be... We can be... Let's, as a community, try to show that we can coom at a reasonable rate, okay? It's not going to fucking happen, probably, but we'll see what happens. The voice actor for the Fly Girl that showed up in the demo passed away today? What the fuck? Why? She isn't in as much people think. FYI, just don't get your hopes up. Okay, but it doesn't matter because all the other vampire ladies are pretty fucking cute too. From what I understand. Okay, no spoiling anyway.
And I was eager to just see something for myself. And I kind of entrenched this philosophy that my memories are some of the most valuable things that I have. These firsthand experiences. Can't take that away from if I reminisce on a nice day, then, you know, it feeds you. Remembering something is neurologically almost identical, I've read, to experiencing it.
Damn, this is sleeper as fuck, dude. Am I crazy or is this boring?
Any information is valuable. I call it expensive knowledge, right? It's like your buddy that's a war veteran or something. You don't want to know the shit he knows if you know.
God damn, bro. What the fuck? What is happening? How are you gonna have fucking Dave Chappelle on and then there aren't that many clips from it? I don't know if it was like a full-blown thing or what happened. Make joke funny black man? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. No. Usually Dave Chappelle is very insightful in a way that, like, especially with regards to like the things he talks about, there's a little bit of back and forth with with Joe Rogan, or he'll just fucking say some dumb shit too that could be interesting in a different way. This is just like kind of fucking sleeper. That chatter was making fun of me, by the way. He's saying like, make joke funny black man read. Like, he's not saying that, he's not saying that as in like, he's not personally saying that. He's saying that I'm saying that and implying that I'm being racist.
Knew what he had to do to know these things.
Right.
That's what they call expensive knowledge. I would not recommend quitting your show the way I did.
Yeah.
If you can avoid it.
Yeah. But the way you did it was so cool.
Oh my God, I'm literally chat right now. I'm backseating the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm literally chat, dude.
You know, you kind of drifted off.
I promise I wasn't trying to be cool. It was a series of troubleshooting. It's just like, fuck it, man. Like, what are you gonna do? You got whatever you go through, you gotta live. You gotta make a way and find your happiness. And you know, I'm lucky. I'm in show business, which is a pretty it's a multi-dimensional career path. This thing could go a lot of ways.
Yeah. Especially today.
Okay, I can't do this. All right, let's see what this is. What brought Dave Chappelle back? So, oh God, I hope this isn't fucking sleeper as well. That's crazy. What I was gonna say is, oh yeah, no, I'm backseating the Joe Rogan podcast, but like, here's what you do when you get bored, okay? I'm not reaching out to Joe Rogan and being like, hey man, your fucking podcast with Dave Chappelle was boring. Make some action, my guy, because that's the difference. Nothing's more boring than comedians talking about comedy.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Look, you get out in that world, Joe, you're famous everywhere. You've never been to these places, but when you get there, they're going to know you. Or there's a thing that happened to me years ago in London where I was in a restaurant and I was kind of waiting for the table, and when the lady, she asked me my name. She said, what's your name? I go, David. She goes, well, this is David on the list. What's your last name? I go, Chappelle. And she looks up, and I look around, and everyone's kind of looking. I could tell they had heard of me, but they didn't know that was me.
Oh, right.
It was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This was after I quit the show, but not long after, like 05, 06.
What did you do for those 10 years?
A lot of shit. I learned a lot. I mean, but it was a humble existence. I had young children, and I was raising my kids. I was living a suburban life. And then every once in a while, I get this feeling like I'm the funniest guy. I got to get out there. And I would like fly to Denver, do a week in Denver or something. And that's when you would read I was doing like these 6-hour shows. I performed like I was desperate for it. I loved it.
Yeah.
And at one point, I had done one of these big comedy tours that Live Nation put together, that Oddball tour. And I did all right. I had a good run. I wiped out in Hartford, and that was all over the internet. That was the first time that thing had happened to me. But for the most part, the tour went good, but it was a tough tour for me because it was a long show. I had to close it. You know, my chops weren't as tight as they normally were, but I didn't suck by any means, but, you know, could have been better.
Humbling.
It was humbling, but it made me want to go back. And the shows were like, every show was like 20,000 seats. They were like all these.
What year was this around?
Shit, I can't remember. Obama was president, maybe. I don't know, 8, 9, 10.
But you were famous for just showing up places. You would just.
Yeah, they're not even talking about the vaccine and how you shouldn't take it, dude. This is fucking sleeper shit. Okay, hold on. All right, YouTube connoisseur, what did you do, motherfucker?
Hello, Aizen. I have been liking the content, but you really need to do more Lego content. I have heard that you have not been fasting during the Ramadan. What would Papa think? By the way, you should be a YouTube connoisseur. He is a cool dude. So, Aizen, Patrick, let you know what to do. And if you listen, you are a good boy. If you're not, you're still a good boy. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my fucking God. I didn't.
Hello.
Dude, that is so. Oh, Jesus Christ. YouTube connoisseur. You're such a fucking idiot. I swear to God. He sent me a Lego kit a while ago. Where is it? It's like on my desk up there. He wants me to do a Lego stream. Was this a deep fake or the actual person? No, of course. It's a cameo. He went and he purchased a cameo from Asuelu. This is so good. Okay, dude. At 50K, are you going to fast? Absolutely not. Pretty good, YouTube connoisseur. $90? What the fuck? Really? Damn, dude. This motherfucker is milking it, dude. What the fuck? Yo, at least YouTube connoisseur. Just remember that now that you got this $90 cameo, know that you can rest easy knowing that, you know, Asuelu's mom is going to get all 90 of those dollars and send it back to the Mormon church in Samoa. So, you know, that went directly into his mommy's pockets and therefore the Mormon church in Samoa. So, at least there's that. Asuelu costs more than Boo Boo Bennett? Yeah, or maybe he's getting some corned beef. The irony? Oh, I saw this earlier. This is really funny. Thanks for making The Tyranny of Big Tech a bestseller all week on Amazon. You can get your copy here at Amazon. Love that. Conservatives are being silenced, I say, from my book that I wrote and distributed off of the Amazon platform. Cat realizes owner is pregnant. We'll look at that in a little bit. Let's do it. Donkey console tier list.
Today I'm doing an official tier list of the best consoles, and before I kick
Here we
this
go.
bad boy off, I just want to say that this is not an official list, meaning you cannot get mad at me no matter where I place these consoles, dumbass. I am a genius. I have run hundreds of mathematical equations to create this list. Some of it is initial impact, historical relevance, and also how do these games hold up today. So here we go. NES is in the game, the classic, the original. This is the machine that brought console gaming back to life, and it's the first console I ever had. Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt on one cartridge. If you know, you just know, and if you don't, go back.
Damn, bro, he's old as fuck, dude. Imagine outing yourself as being this old. I mean, you know he's gonna fucking S tier it, that fucking boomer. He's gonna S tier. He's gonna S tier it because, you know, he's a Nintendo simp.
Back to playing Fortnite, you fucking child. The NES has a library of over 700 games, but only one of them was good. Cartridges suck, always gotta blow into them, stupid. Controller sucks, graphics suck. Reggie is fucking stupid. Overall, C tier. Because we have to pay respect to the classics. Next up is the Sega SG-1000. What an amazing machine.
I didn't have any of these. I don't know anything.
If you didn't
about
have
this
one,
shit.
it's because you had the Sega SC-3000, or you had none of them like everybody. Didn't even come out in America, doesn't even get placed on the tier list. C tier. Super Cassette Vision. This has a calculator on the top. B
What?
tier. Sega Master System.
What are
Now,
these
technically,
things, dude?
The SG-1000 was Sega's NES, but the problem with that
Dude, my mistake. I thought that this was gonna be a serious video where he like actually goes through and parses as to why consoles are supposed to be tiered in the way that they're supposed to be
was that
tiered.
most of the people watching this video probably thought I made that up as a joke. Sega Master System, however, there was like 3 people watching this.
I don't know
who
why I
knew that
thought it
was
was gonna be
What's
serious.
great about the Master System is that the pause button is located on the console instead of the controller. For that move, A tier. Casio PV-1000. This was an extremely blue console. A tier. The Atari 7800. Wow. This was the biggest number console ever, meaning it was the most powerful. Even if you throw in Xbox 360 at this thing, you're still left with 7,400 horsepower, and Atari utilized it all with the game Beef Drop. This game sold 3 million copies. A tier. Super Nintendo. Now we're talking some real talk. Mario was missing. Mario's Time Machine. Ooh, Shaq Fu. What the fuck more do you want? The 16-bit era was twice as much power as the 8-bit era, which meant that the games were twice as good, and this is why Super Nintendo is in the C tier. You guys are so pissed right now. Game Boy fucking sucks.
Okay, now we're working at a fucking... I had this, and then I had the yellow color Nintendo Game Boy as well. These are consoles that I have as well, okay? I had this one.
Original Game Boy was massive. It needed 4 AA batteries.
True.
The screen was horrific. It was green and black. Everything looked washed out. If there was a glare, you couldn't see anything. If it was too dark in the room, you couldn't see anything. Even for the time, the hardware was obnoxious. But it did have Tetris, so B tier. The Game Gear. You had to be a special kind of dumb to get this thing. B tier. Sega Genesis.
What the fuck is that, bro? That is literally the size of a fucking plate. Yo, these are like original mobile gaming, actually. I mean, this is like crazy that this is what it was. Like, this is what I had. This is what I started off my fucking gaming career with. And now you have the Switch. It blows my mind every day that like Switch is a real experience. It really does. Do not buy Nintendo products. They're a dog shit company that fucking is really, really fucked up. But god damn, do they know how to make fucking sick ass games that are platform exclusive for their fucking incredible console. Shit.
But it did have Tetris, so B tier. The Game Gear. You had to be a special kind of dumb to get this thing. B tier. Sega Genesis has blast processing which is still faster than any computer today, going all the way down to the C tier. So
That looks like a Discman, dude.
16-bit, but what about 32-bit? Why don't you ever hear about 32-bit? Well, because the 32-bit era was a fucking disgrace. The biggest hardware release of this time was the Atari Jaguar, which was the most jag of all consoles.
My man said Jaguar like he's fucking Jeremy Clarkson, dude. People say Donkey has no, people say Donkey is not exquisite, a refined gentleman, and then he says Jaguar. Automatically British. Jaguar equals British.
The only cool thing about this console was the name. Look at this controller. Atari. Huh? Atari. What?
What is that? What are you doing, a math equation on this? What the fuck?
Why is there a phone on there? So that I can call Nintendo and order a better console? B tier for the Atari Jaguar. Nintendo Virtual Sega Nomad. I will fucking kill Bowser. What's great about the Sega Nomad is that it lets you play Shaq Fu anywhere you go. A tier easily. Sega Saturn. Wow. The Sonic game of the Sega Saturn was Sonic R, and that explains the sales of the Sega Saturn.
I don't even know what Sega is. Like, I don't even know. I never, like, I didn't know that there was like a separate company called Sega that had like, that made consoles. I'm not even kidding. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Like, aren't they? I mean, I never played Sonic. I think I played Sonic once, but can't you play Sonic on Nintendo though?
B tier. PlayStation. Okay. Now we're cooking. Monkey Catch, Tony the Rapping Beaver, Little Rick's Skate Park. It was all of the games you wanted to play and like 50 RPGs. Keep in mind, this was back when RPGs were good. You know, before they were aimed at the Sonic Forces demographic. S tier for the Play System. Glover, Blast Corps, and that's all I need to say. S tier. Dreamcast.
Oh, Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast. Okay, I fucking didn't... I didn't even put two and two together. I've never had any of the Sega systems.
Am I right or am I right? Dreamcast is still the coolest console. Space Channel 5, Samba de Amigo, Shenmue, Power Stone, Seaman. The memory card was a little Game Boy, and you could play Crazy Taxi. S tier for the Dreamcast. PlayStation 2. Okay. Look at that. Look at the font on that logo. For the logo alone, I should put this in the S tier. But do not sleep on this library. X Squad, Elden.
Oh my god! my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just unlocked a memory. Oh my God. Donkey just helped me unlock a fucking memory, dude. I played this game. I always wondered what the name of this game was. Oh my God, dude. That's crazy. Holy shit. That's fucking nuts, dude. It was such a, I guess, not a really memorable game, but it was like one of those games that I remember playing and thinking to myself that it was just like, wait, let's see. X Squad gameplay. I want to just watch. I want to see. It's so bad. It's so...
Should have been impregnable. I have a bad feeling about this.
All right. Let's stick to our objectives. We're here to clean this mess.
2013? No, dude, this is not from 2013. This upload... The game is not from 2013. The game originally is like a... I think it might have been a release title, actually. The game is from like 2000. The video is from 2013.
Maya, we'll rendezvous at our checkpoint. Judd and Melinda will catch up with you in the control room.
Yeah, this is a remastered, right? This is like upscaled HD remaster. This game is older than chat.
Maya, it's up to you to make sure we get all of Judd's recon updates. Judd, make sure you pipe in all the maps and data you find.
There's an emulator.
You got it, Ash.
Move out.
The music, the... This is remastered. This is not what it looked like. This is not what the game looked like, chat. Okay? Don't be ridiculous. Games in the 2000s didn't look like this. This is like absolutely fucking...
When facing a control panel, you can release the door lock by pressing... Lock is released.
I think it was what it sounded like, though. Yeah, I think it's...
Elevators can be...
It's upscaled and emulated. I wonder if we can find, like... Maybe in here?
Can be called an...
I just want, like, non-remastered. Hold on. X Squad original gameplay. It's gonna be, I think everything is gonna be fucking, I think everything is probably going to be like, oh wait, maybe this isn't remastered? Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Still looks pretty good though. What the fuck? Still looks pretty fucking good. Back then we were saying the graphics are so good. Oh yeah. Like my dream as a child, okay? My dream as a child was having video games graphics, like gameplay graphics, resemble the cutscenes of Warcraft games, okay? Like I was like, one day I feel like Warcraft cutscenes are gonna be like, the graphics are gonna be so pog that like the Warcraft cutscenes are gonna be like the entire game. That's what I used to, that's literally what I used to dream. And now we're there. Like, I mean, when Gears of War came out, we were like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's from back then with a good PC. They're still not there? No, I think we're there, dude. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, this is what I had. So I wanted to fucking, you know, try to figure out games that, dude, motherfuckers make games like this, better games than this now with like just, you know, oh shit, did I just shut off the donkey?
Today I'm doing.
Oops, where was it? We got excited on PlayStation.
Do not
2.
sleep on this library. X Squad, Elden Ring, Everhood, Orphan, Kessin, Tekken. Do I like PlayStation 2? Well, my man, I believe I do. D tier. You guys are so pissed right now. GameCube. GameCube went.
Fucking bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit. Been 10 minutes since the top of the hour, and streamer still hasn't announced the 60-second ad break. I'm mad right now. But I'm going to be more mad if he doesn't announce exactly how we can avoid those ad breaks. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, of course, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. You can avoid the ad breaks. Or with a regular $5 a month subscription, here's the fucking ad break now.
ST Xbox.
Happy Easter, Xbox.
The original Xbox had a very distinct smell when you got it out of the box. People who had Xbox know what I'm talking about.
I never
For
got
that
it.
smell, I put Xbox at the B tier.
Oh my god, he put Xbox at a higher tier than PlayStation.
360.
No!
Merry Christmas, Xbox. It's Usher.
Now we're coming full circle. Every single one of these broke down, but it had Call of Duty. Call of Duty is my favorite game. X tier for the Xbox. Hell yeah. Fuck PlayStation. PS3. PS3 had the scariest commercials of any console. The logo had the same font as Spider-Man 3, which is one of the best movies. And it had a Blu-ray player, which Xbox did not have. Xbox had HD DVD, which went out of business, making Xbox the laughing stock of the entire factory. Nintendo Wii. This is my mom's favorite console. Everybody loved Wii Sports because it went... This is where Nintendo abandoned third-party developers by putting out a lower specs console, and during the Wii U era, that was a big deal. That meant no Rockstar, no Bethesda, no Ubisoft, no EA, no BioWare, no Valve. These were the titles carrying PS3 and Xbox, and they weren't available on the Wii. Luckily for Nintendo, Bethesda, Ubisoft, EA, BioWare, and Valve stopped making video games. BT, Wii U, more like PU. Nintendo went, hey, what if we make a bunch of video games? Gamers do not play games, Nintendo. Very out of touch and bad console, F tier. Xbox One is a legend. With this console, Microsoft wanted to come up with an even dumber name than the Wii U. Xbox One is actually the third Xbox, and it's like they say, good things come in threes. Fortnite, Madden, Assassin's Creed, Apex Legends, Among Us. Xbox One going in the X tier.
Literally the joke. Like, Xbox One is just like, that's where I think PlayStation 4 is I don't know. And people are going to get mad at me for saying this, but it's so much better than Xbox.
More like the gay station
no
4,
fucking...
am I right? Because every single game on the PS4 you were playing as a gay woman. Sony just got way too political this generation and started putting out these really bad games where all the characters are having emotions. Neil Cuckman turned God of War into a freaking soy boy. Bloodborne sucked. It was too hard. Overall, PS4 was a big mistake.
Oh, he wanted to... Oh, I realized that the donkey is anti-gamer. He wanted to collectively give every gamer an aneurysm. I didn't realize that that's what he was trying to do.
Here, Nintendo Switch. More like I want to switch to having a better console like the Xbox. Nintendo is famous for having no good video games like Fortnite. The big thing with the Switch is its portability, but once again, Nintendo is out of touch. I haven't left my house in years. F tier for the failed Nintendo Switch. PC. Hell yeah. PC has the best graphics easily. I got the Nvidia 10 hooked up running that Among Us in 12K. What's nice about PC is that you get the backwards compatibility with NES, SNES, Genesis, PS1, PS2, N64, Game Boy, DS, and arcade cabinets thanks to emulation. But more importantly, you can play Hearthstone. S tier for the PC. PlayStation 5. This is your life. I love scalping these things. Last week I was at Walmart and I saw a 7-year-old boy reaching for a PS5, but I said very sternly, nuh-uh, and the kid looked confused and kind of afraid, and so I was able to grab the PS5, and I think he started crying. C tier for the PS5. And finally, we arrive at the pinnacle, the Xbox Series X. Not to be confused with the Xbox One X, which is a different console that just came out. Microsoft are the masters of video games and marketing. A couple months ago, they were going to double the price of Xbox Live, but then immediately back down, and that's what I love about Microsoft as a company. The new Perfect Dark will be the first quadruple A video game.
Yo, why didn't he mention PSP? I'm kind of hurt.
Which is a Mega 64 video. So Xbox One X going into the X tier. And there you have it.